Hi, everybody. Thought I'd give you all a little run through of the Border Wars rulebook that is currently being packed for all the Kickstarter backers and should be with them all soon. And once that's complete, we'll go into retail. As you can see from the cover, what we have is a beautiful artwork by Peter Dennis. Sadly, only something that I noticed once it was printed is the misspelling in the word skirmish. No one seems to have highlighted it to me. I can only imagine they're actually just being kind by not raising it. But I have noticed it straight away when I looked at it. It seems to have been an error just prior to being sent to the printers because it wasn't the case before when I checked it. So I'm not too sure what happened, and hopefully have that rectified for any future print runs or PDF versions. Absolutely gutted by it. Hopefully it doesn't ruin anyone's experience of the rule book. The cover art is absolutely beautiful. It's been done by Peter Dennis, as many within the hobby will know. So I'll just do a little flick through. What we have is just a couple of details on who helped to produce the book, all the contents, a little introduction to Border Wars, a little introduction to the Border Reivers history, with a nice map showing all the various areas throughout Scotland and England that were part of the Border region. Um, we have a get started section that just gives you all a run through the generic stuff within the rules and the parts that you'll need to help play it. Some of the basic rules and how they play out. What we've got here is details or pictures of all the figures that were produced for the first phase. Some of the cards that will be used through the game, including your profile cards, your event cards, your heroic cards, and special abilities. These are just basic run through of each. Some of the details on the event cards, etc., can be found further on in the book and how to use them. Details on each of the tokens that Sidisa have produced for us and are part of the game. um, Details on how to basically create your own Border Reivers family or faction as we move into some of the other ones. Continues on the second page. Details on all the equipment that you can get for your Border Reivers, including the various types of weapons and any armour and some of the other equipment pieces. The whole idea is that we've got this as a basis for the game, but as the game continues to build, we can continuously add more. Because of the way that the game works is that the details for all your weapons will be on your profile card, so you can just continue to keep building on the various types of weapons as we open up the different types. What we have here is some of the equipment rules. So there's various rules that come with the types of equipment. Um, some different types of abilities that can be unlocked when using types of weapons. Details on some of the characters that we've got throughout the game, and again, we'll continue to build on this throughout as the community builds for the rules. The idea is that we will produce these cards for various types, and during things like the campaign is where you'll get characters coming in that are march wardens, etc., and things like the Irish factions and how they will play in the game. How to get the setup of the game, how to play the game in the various phases, and how to control the game. The activations, so all the different types of actions that you can take during your activation phase. Details on movement, continues, details on all the terrain. What we've got here is various interactions you can do with your characters. It can be with local farmers or anything else, setting fires, swapping objectives and stealing, etc. How to do close combat, how to do shooting, what happens when taking wounds, etc. The rules for being mounted, big part of being a Border Reaver was being mounted, so we certainly needed a section on the rules and how that works for you. This is for the command points, which will be when you get the rule set. We'll give you a whole run through of how it works. Hopefully, we're going to do some more videos like this that will give various plays of how elements of the game actually work. Heroic actions and details of how you can play these cards during the game and how it affects. We've got some artwork that's showing the future figures for the March Warden and his men. We've got one of the Reavers in the background there carrying a hot trod. We've got some advanced rules. These are things like taking carrying out like a duel, or how to fight during the night, sentries, how buildings work, etc. And then we have the Reaving rules, and this is where we start to get into the real aspect of what the Border Reavers were all about, and stealing cattle, going into buildings and taking jewelry, etc., of civilians. So there's a whole section on that, and then a section on the animals and how to herd, etc. Then we've got the various scenarios that we've created, 6 scenarios in the initial book, with lots more to come. We'll be releasing them on the website. We've got a section here on some of the famous Border Reavers and the families that they belong to. A Border Reaver glossary. This just basically gives you some of the various words that the Border Reavers used at the time. Some of them are still used today. It gives details just on what they actually mean. We've got a little section on some of the Reaver poems of the period. We've also got a section on the Border Reavers today, various pictures, monuments, buildings. Then we've got a section that just gives some further reading options, and to try and help you understand a little bit more about the Border Reavers if you're wanting to do that. And then we've got a thank you section, and this is the names of all you guys that helped support the Kickstarter, and this is my little way of saying thank you to you, having your name printed in the book. Then we've got just a quick reference guide. This will be published on the website as well, so that you can download it as part of the PDF section. And then within there, it's got the intelligence and agility tests. These are all the various tests that you can carry out during the game and need to pass to carry out various actions. And then we've got a simple index at the back that helps try and find some of the pages with some details on the various actions or certain words that make it easier to find. And then we've got the back cover, and that's it. And hopefully it will be with you all soon, and you enjoy the game. Join the Facebook group, give it any feedback, and help support the community, make it build on it. I'm always open to ideas and anything that you would like to see with the game and where it goes, whether it be additions to rules for on the campaign section, anything that you're wanting available as printouts, history of the Border Reavers, ideas on figures. I'm a very open door, so please get in contact in any way on the forum or even by email or on Facebook, and let me know. Hope you enjoyed the little video, and hopefully have a lot more of these coming. Thank you.